my life vibe. Hard times like yeah, bad trips like yeah. Nazareth, I'm on one, you on one. God got us, we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
Kendrick Lamar just dropped a bombshell with his verse on Metro Boomin and Future's latest track. It's like he turned up the heat and aimed it straight at J. Cole, and Drake. But what's the deal? Why'd Kendrick suddenly go full-on attack mode against his biggest rivals after years of low-key jabs? Well, let's rewind a bit. Back in the day, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick were hailed as the holy trinity of hip-hop. But as time rolled on, their careers took different turns. Drake kept churning out hits, Kendrick kind of went off the grid, and J. Cole's gearing up to drop what he claims is his final album, The Fall Off.
Powered up. Yeah, said I was finished, but I want another 2 summers.
What's interesting is how Drake and Cole have been getting cozy lately, collaborating more than ever. It's like they've merged lanes or something. But Kendrick, he's been doing his own thing, keeping a low profile until now. So why the sudden attack? Drake and Cole have been practically joined at the hip lately, from dropping bangers together like First Person Shooter, which, by the way, snagged Cole his first ever #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, can you believe it? To going on a whole tour side by side. These guys are practically inseparable now. What's wild is how they've gone from competing against each other back in the day to straight up celebrating each other every chance they get. And hey, there's nothing wrong with showing some love, right? But here's where things get spicy. This newfound bromance between two rap heavyweights has got Kendrick feeling some type of way. And honestly, let's be real. Once you get why Kendrick's feeling some type of way, it's kinda hard to blame him. It's no news, Kendrick Lamar's not just your average rapper. He went from being mentored by the legendary Dr. Dre to becoming this immortalized superstar, thanks to his killer lyrics. And let's face it, in an era where lyrics sometimes feel like an afterthought, Kendrick's like a beacon of hope, carrying the weight of half a century of rap history on his shoulders. Kendrick Lamar is a living legend, a game changer in every sense. I mean, this guy's got it all: critical acclaim, mainstream success, and a lyrical prowess that hits you like a ton of bricks. He's been hailed as the voice of Black America, and for good reason. Kendrick's lyrics cut deep, painting a vivid picture of the struggles and triumphs of life as a black person in the US. It's like he's holding up a mirror to society, forcing us to confront the harsh realities of systemic racism and inequality. And you know what's even more incredible? Kendrick didn't just stumble into this role. He was born for it. Growing up in a tough neighborhood plagued by crime and poverty, he found solace in writing rhymes and poems. Rap became his outlet, his way of making sense of the world around him. In many ways, Kendrick's journey mirrors that of rap legends like Jay-Z, Nas, and Tupac. They all came from humble beginnings, using their raw talent and storytelling abilities to transcend their circumstances and leave a lasting impact on the world. And Kendrick, well, he's carrying on that legacy in a way that's uniquely his own. Now, with his latest verse causing all this commotion, it's looking quite obvious that Kendrick's not just picking a fight for the heck of it. Nah, he's fighting for something way bigger than himself. He's fighting for the competition in rap, reminding everyone that it's not all about who's got the catchiest hook or the flashiest beat. It's about lyricism, it's about skill, and it's about keeping that competitive spirit alive and kicking in the rap game. Ever since hip-hop first burst onto the scene, it's been all about that competitive edge. I mean, think about it. From the early days right up to now, artists have been pushing each other to bring their A game. Whether it's dropping hotter singles or proving who's the slickest MC, these rivalries have been like fuel for the culture. And it's not just about the drama or the hype, you know? It's about that hunger to be the top dog, to spit the illest bars, to craft the dopest tracks possible. That drive to be crowned the best rapper alive? That's what's kept the hip-hop flame burning bright all these years. And Kendrick's totally hip to this vibe. He's all about keeping that competitive spirit alive and kicking. Competition isn't just a nice to have in the rap game anymore. It's survival of the fittest out here. Sure, some MCs might try to dodge it, but let's be real. When they do, the whole culture takes a hit. Take a trip down memory lane to the epic showdown between Hov and Nas. Okay, Okay, Nas stans might not agree, but that feud? It was like a shot of adrenaline for both of them. Ether might not have had the slickest beats, but Nas's disses? Legendary. And Takeover? Sampling the Doors? Absolute genius move. Sure, things got a little heated, but hey, that's hip-hop for you. It wasn't the prettiest chapter in their personal lives, but man, did it make waves in the culture. Again, let's take it back to the 90s when the rap game was heating up with one of the most legendary rivalries of all time. Tupac Shakur versus the notorious B.I.G. These two titans, repping California and Brooklyn respectively, were like the Batman and Superman of hip-hop. Now, smack dab in the middle of their epic feud, Tupac drops Me Against the World in '95, and bam, it sells a whopping 240,000 copies in just 1 week.
I got nothing to lose. This is me against the world.
Talk about making a statement, right? And then you've got Biggie's posthumous album, Life After Death, hitting diamond status in 2000 with over 10 million units sold. That's some serious hustle. But here's the thing. While their East Coast-West Coast beef might have ended in tragedy, there's no denying it pushed both of them to up their game. It's like they turned all that drama into fuel for their rhymes, propelling them to icon status in the process. Some years ago, Kendrick dropped a line on the track Father Time, admitting he couldn't wrap his head around why Drake and Kanye patched things up, especially when Kanye rekindled his relationship with Drake. Kendrick's always been about raising the stakes and pushing the boundaries. Take Control, for example. Remember August 12, 2013? It was like the hip-hop world got a jolt of electricity, all thanks to Big Sean's Control. Kendrick's verse on that track was a wake-up call to every rapper out there. He was gunning for the top spot, and he wasn't holding back. Looking back, it's clear that moment was something special. And honestly, we could use another one like it right about now. Hip-hop's always been about that competitive edge, and Kendrick's verse on Control was a reminder of just how fierce the game can get, and almost every artist Kendrick mentioned on Control seemed to feel the same way. So, check it. Kendrick's latest move isn't just about stirring the pot in the rap game. Nah, it's like he's ringing the alarm bell, reminding everyone that hip-hop thrives on competition. See, he's noticed how the competitive spirit in the rap world has been fizzling out, and with it, innovation's taken a hit. He's strategically putting himself in the midst of this rap war, facing off against the artists he's always been compared to. But it's not just about him, it's a wake-up call to every rapper out there. If you ain't bringing your A game every time you hit the mic, well, you might as well kiss your career goodbye. You gotta admit, the hip-hop world just got a much-needed jolt of energy from Kendrick's verse. And let's be real, we're on the brink of something huge here. Kendrick's shots, they're like fireworks exploding in the rap universe. We're talking about a rap beef for the ages, folks. This ain't just some run-of-the-mill spat. This is about to be an all-out battle royale, with Kendrick taking on not one, but two heavyweights, Drake and J. Cole. While Drake's been all about extending the olive branch and smoothing things over at certain times, Kendrick's kind of made it crystal clear he's not interested in any kind of reconciliation. Now sure, some folks might say Drake's music ain't hitting the same these days, but when it comes to defending his name, he's like a beast unleashed in the booth. But here's the thing, Kendrick's no joke. I mean, when he starts firing shots, you better believe they hit hard. Drake might be able to hold his own, but facing off against someone as lethal as Kendrick, it's gonna be a challenge. It's always been a challenge. And let's not forget about J. Cole in the mix. I mean, the guy's been on fire lately, dropping one killer verse after another. But now that Kendrick's turned his sights on him too, I think things are about to get really interesting. These two are at the top of their game, and every move they make from here on out is going to be part of this epic rap duel. I mean, think about it. Every verse, every song, every album, they're all going to be pieces of this musical chess match to see who'll come out on top as the king of the rap world. And for J. Cole, the pressure's on like never before. He's going head-to-head with the MC he's been compared to since day one. If these two decide to go all in, we're looking at a beef that could rival the epic showdowns of back in the day. You know what sets this rap beef apart from the rest? It's not fueled by some deep-seated animosity or personal vendetta. Nah, Kendrick and Cole are going at it because they both see each other as worthy adversaries. A friendly competition taken to the next level. Kendrick's not throwing shots at Cole because he hates the guy. He's doing it because he respects him as one of the best in the game. And that, my friends, is what hip-hop's all about. Pushing each other to be better, to raise the bar, and to keep the spirit of competition alive and kicking. Although Kendrick's got love for guys like Cole and even Drake, but when it comes to hip-hop, it's all about that competitive spirit. He's not just trying to prove he's the top dog. He's out to show he's on a whole other level, aiming to end careers left and right. Since Kendrick dropped that bombshell on Cole and Drake, the rap world's been flipped upside down. Everyone's jaws are dropping at the sheer intensity of Kendrick's lyrical onslaught. And it's got rappers everywhere picking sides. It gets even wilder. Future and Metro Boomin didn't hold back either. It's like they're teaming up with Kendrick to take a clear shot at Drake, shaking things up even more. And you better believe every MC out there's now weighing their alliances and gearing up for the biggest rap battle in years. With Kendrick firing shots left and right, it's like everyone's getting dragged into this epic showdown. Take 21 Savage, for example. He's got to choose between Metro and Drake now. And from the looks of it, he might be leaning towards Team Drake. And let's not forget about Travis Scott caught in the middle, having to pick sides between his biggest collaborators. But hold up, it gets crazier. Playboy Cardi's already siding with Future and Metro. And who knows, maybe even Kanye will jump into the mix and take a swing at Drake with some killer diss tracks. It's like a rap battle royal, and everyone's picking their alliances. And as we wait for J. Cole and Drake to fire back at Kendrick's shots, one thing's for sure. The rap game will never be the same again. Kendrick's shaking things up like never before, and competition's going to drive every artist to bring their A game. Mark my words. Thanks to Kendrick, the rap game is in for a serious makeover. Things will never be business as usual in the genre, and we've got Kendrick to thank for it. You know, when it comes to rap beefs, things can get messy real quick. But let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater here. Kendrick's verse is like a wake-up call, reminding us that healthy competition is actually a good thing in the world of hip-hop. Keeps things interesting, keeps artists on their toes, and who knows, it might just bring out their best work yet. Hip-hop's like a competitive sport, you know? It's the only music genre where it feels like there's limited room at the top, and artists gotta hustle hard to stay in the game. But here's the thing, winning ain't everything, especially when some of the so-called winners are, let's face it, not the greatest folks. But hey, it's 2024, and hip-hop's kicking off with a bang. It's like we're in for one heck of a ride, and I can't wait to see how it all plays out. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on how this whole hip-hop showdown will unfold. Drop your predictions in the comments below. I'm all ears. Thanks for tuning into this episode, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content like this in the future. And hey, if you're hungry for more, check out the video on your screen now. Click it and I'll catch you in the next one for more hood poetry.